all sorts of things will start to happen. So what happens is a lot of fault codes in the dashboard, a lot of fault codes everywhere. Everything seems to be very much fried, and it is because most of the components of the car, like the cluster, like the other functions, will cut off on purpose so they do not get fried. Hello guys, and welcome to another video. So today we have here a car with a problem, a very strange problem, where the cluster flickers. All of the functions of the car seem to be erratic. Sometimes it works normally, other times does not work at all, and the car stalls, sometimes cranks no start, various fault codes and defects and symptoms that are present on this car. This is a 159 1.9 150 horsepower diesel, very common here in Portugal. And let's see what's what. So we have fault codes for, as I said, doing the diagnosis is not very complete, and we have fault codes for everything in between, miscommunications and whatnot, but we always have fault codes related to alternator charging, overcharging, and also undercharging, but a disconnected battery will do that. So we are to do here a thorough diagnosis without opening the hood. How can you do that? Okay, so at least at first not opening the hood. So let's go. So here we have a Alfa 159, which we have a problem with voltage, and I will show you how to test for that without opening the hood. So for example, we can enter here the engine. I do not want to know the fault codes, I want to know live data, and I will search for internal voltage. So it's right there, okay? So I have here the graph of it. I have the voltage of the battery. With ignition on, I have that value over there, 12.5, call it that, and it is perfect. Now I have to select other things to have a graph on the machine, but do not mind that RPM over there, okay? So when I have the engine running, I have charging of the battery, which I have to have until a certain point. If I have more than a certain value of the charging of the battery, bad things will happen. I do have videos for that down on the description, and also on a playlist for electrical issues and solutions. So you have to check for that as well, okay? But I will show you here in a moment. So starting the engine. Okay, drop to 10, that's normal. Now I have 13, 13 and a half, 15, 15 and a half. 17! It's too much, guys. It's too much. And if I rev it, all sorts of things will start to happen. So what happens is a lot of fault codes in the dashboard, a lot of fault codes everywhere. Everything seems to be very much fried, and it is because most of the components of the car, like the cluster, like the other functions, will cut off on purpose so they do not get fried. So the internal system detects a over voltage above the normal and shuts off the units. Also remember that probably has to do with the symptom itself, but after the repair of the car, if I have my turbo needle like that, you know what it means, right? I already told you here on the channel. Okay, so I have a very bad voltage, and I have to correct that. And the voltage regulator, it is on the inside of the alternator, and the alternator is new. You can thank those special websites for that. Yeah, let's go. So we are here to remove here the old new alternator. The bolts are over there. If you need videos for this, they are down in the description. Feel free to check them out, okay? So the new one is over there. So I am not to rebuild or repair this alternator because they are very, very bad. And we have to have the warranty that the new one is good quality, okay? So in order not to do this time and again, you want to do with a good original quality and or the same original manufacturer as the original from factory. So in installing here the alternator, you just want to do here the 2 bolts, top and bottom, the belt over there. For that I do have a lot of videos, they are down in the description. They are also on the playlist for electrical issues and solutions that you can see down in the description. We are also then to confirm the charging of the system, so 14.5 volts the most that you want here on this charging system. 1420 is the best of the charging, okay? And we are also to do here the cleaning, the thorough cleaning of the cooling system, doing here with some products to clean out here the reservoir and the cleaning system, and also here to replace the coolant itself, okay? Then do here some verifications to confirm again if everything is okay with the charging. We can also see the charging with the diagnosis tool, of course, and with the multimeter to confirm if everything is okay. Okay? So as you can see, perfect charging, about 1420, 1430, everything's okay. The thermostat is open, so it means I can do the flush on the system. Okay? Get you guys later. See you in the next one, guys. Bye!